speaking?
I don't get an echo.
Not anymore, no.
Okay, good. Okay, well, we'll get going then, and welcome everybody. Actually, I should say welcome back to our Future Leader call number 2. So we're pretty excited to embark on our Future Leader program, and today's call really is all about bookings. So we're just going to go on to the first slide, Carmen.
Oh, yes, I have to do that.
Okay.
Down, keep going. There we go.
Awesome, great. Okay, how's everybody feeling about June? Are you pretty excited?
Yes.
Okay, I know some of you are on mute, so I know all of you are absolutely thrilled with the promotions that are coming up for June. So what I'm going to do is just a little bit of a recap first, and I'm sure everybody has seen their facets. And if you haven't, that's the #1 thing that you're going to want to do as soon as you're off the call. Okay, so for the hostess, we have the bangles. So when they have a qualified show, they will get the bangles for $20, and they can get a gold set and a silver set. So that's great for hostesses. And of course, you're going to hostess coach to get the perfect show with your 10 guests and 2 bookings. So not only will they qualify for the 40% hostess bonus items, half-price items, they're also going to qualify for the birthday bracelets for $1. So lots to offer the hostesses, and I think what's really exciting is we've got the reverse save back. So not only do you want to offer reverse save once, but twice and 3 times. So does everybody kind of agree that June is just absolutely loaded with lots of great offers?
If you guys want to comment, you can click your button and come back in.
Okay, everybody's excited, right, about June?
I think they probably are.
Okay, good. Well, you know what, really June is, and it can be, one of the best months of the year. I know for myself, June was always just an incredible month, and it really set up the year. And it's almost what you do in June is going to set up your July, and then when the new line comes out, you are so ready to roll. So it really is that pivotal month that you can just do amazing and wonderful things. And when you think about it, June is also one of the most social times of year. Women want to get together with their girlfriends. And also, did everybody see that we've posted the last chance list? And we've done something a little different this year, that you can actually scan the little scan bar and have it as an app. So that way at your shows, you know what's available, what's running out, and what is not available. So you can create a lot of excitement, have outdoor shows, patio shows. The weather is great, so all the more reason to be out there booking shows. Okay, so everybody feels good about going out there and having a great June?
They're commenting yes, they're excited.
Yes, they are. Okay, good. Carmen's nodding for all of you. So what I'd love for all of you to do is just really believe that you have an amazing gift to offer, that the month of June you want to go out and help as many women go on shopping sprees, have those girls' nights out, and perhaps instead of thinking that you want to go out and do 4 to 6 shows, I want you to think that you have anywhere between $1,000 and $2,000 in jewelry to go out and give away. Can you guys do that? So just really keep track. How much can you give away the month of June? Next, Carmen is going to send you the Comfort Zone poem. Carmen, do you have this downloaded on your Team Connection?
Comfort Zone poem?
It is.
I don't believe I do.
Okay. I'm going to send it to Carmen, and we're going to forward it out to everybody. And this is a poem that Tracy Donald shared at conference about 2 years ago, and it's been around for many, many years. And it really is about stepping outside your comfort zone. So I'm just going to also kind of say, you know what, now's the time that if you are not sure what you want to do, you're a little hesitant, put on your big girl panties, and it's time to pick up the phone.
Sounds good. They remember this, yeah.
Okay, good. So what I'd also love everyone to do is to share that you are becoming a leader. Start telling your friends, sharing it with your hostesses, your significant other, of what your plans are. And really, you have the absolute best hostess program in the industry. And this was something we talked about at our new leader orientation in Edmonton, that hands down, Leah Sophia is the absolute best. So just be proud out loud and be ready to share it with everybody. And then again, aim for the perfect party every show and set the expectation that you're going to reach that 10 orders, 2 bookings with absolutely every hostess. Okay, so we're just going to go on to the next page. We're going to do a little bit of a review with bookings. So again, it's the cycle of success, and this doesn't change. And we talked about having 6 shows on your calendar at all times. So 6 shows up within the next 4 weeks. And more than anything, that means that if you meet, say, 7 to 8 people at a show, you are going to meet about 50 people. And it's out of those 50 people that you're going to book more parties and meet more people at those shows that may be interested. So this isn't going to change. It's all about meeting the people, and the shows really is the place to meet them. So we'll just go on to the next slide, Carmen. On the last call, we talked about really setting aside time and making that list, whether it's your Frank list, and a kind of a twist on it is you can call it your Frank plus plus. So instead of maybe just thinking of friends, I want you to think of your friends' relatives, your friends' acquaintances, your friends' neighbors. So everybody that you've got on that list, you can actually do a Frank list for each one of those people. So just really expand absolutely everybody you can possibly think of. We talked about the 3-step booking approach, and we did a bit of a role play last time. And we also have the great theme shows. So just a great time for patio parties, margarita parties, just to really be out there having fun. Does anybody want to share maybe any booking success stories that you've had in the last couple of weeks? Oh,
Unmuted.
okay, great.
Okay,
on to the next page, Carmen.
On to the next page, Carmen.
Oh, Carmen, can you hear me? On to the next page? Sorry. There we go. Awesome, great. Okay, so we talked about, again, more people, more bookings, doing the personal hostess coaching, bringing a friend, doing that guest list with your hostess. And on the last call, too, we talked a little bit about making reminder calls to the guests. And this is, you can almost think of it as that extra service that you can offer to your hostesses. And the way this works is that the day before her show, you can ask her for all the names and phone numbers and just say you'll do her reminder calls for her, just to really set up a successful show for her. So the way a call might go is, ring, ring, hi, Susie, it's Denise with Leah Sophia calling, and just calling to remind you that Carmen is having her Leah Sophia show tomorrow, and I am so excited that you're going to be able to attend. we're going to be featuring a lot of our new spring and summer items. And I just wanted to check with you if you prefer a lot of the gold items or silver or hematite. I will have a selection of everything with me, and I really look forward to seeing you tomorrow. So by doing just those really quick reminder calls, you're just really helping your hostess have a really great show. And I know all of you, of course, are going to have a selection of all 3 different metals, but it's just a great verbiage to use to invite everybody. Okay, on to the next page. So what we're going to do is really talk about having that really great show experience. And a lot of times people will book shows with you just because they had a lot of fun, they love the jewelry, and they really enjoyed meeting you. So when you're at your shows, you're selling the jewelry, but you're also selling yourself. Now, Carmen, would you mind sharing your infomercial? Or if not, I can do a pretend one as well.
Let's go with the pretend one if you don't mind.
Okay, that's okay. So this is just an example of what an infomercial could sound like. So welcome everybody. My name is Denise, and I really want to thank everyone for being here at Carmen's show. Is there anybody here that's ever been to a Leah Sophia show? And then if there isn't, you would welcome them to the wonderful world of Leah Sophia. And I have actually been an advisor for 6 months, and I have to share, I absolutely love everything about it. When I first started with Leah Sophia, I have to share, I just wanted absolutely everything, and that was one of the reasons I did start. But I have to share with you now that I've been doing it about 6 months. I had no idea that just by doing 4 shows a month, that $1,000 could really pay for a lot of my children's activities, and we're actually saving for a family trip. So it's just been absolutely incredible. So if anybody is looking for extra income, whether it's part-time, $1,000 a month, doing 4 shows, or perhaps you're looking more of that career income, you know, kind of that $60,000 plus, we offer all levels of income. So I invite you to watch what I do, and if you are interested, I've got a little information pack that I would love to send home with you. Great, so on with the show. So that's just a little bit of an example, and there's 2 really easy phrases that you can use. Is the reason you started with Leah Sophia, and then also the reason why you stayed with Leah Sophia. Because in most instances, it's different, right? And then you also want to kind of get a feel for your crowd as well, that if there are a whole bunch of moms that have young children, then you might gear your infomercial towards the flexibility and just being able to set your own hours. And it's always a great idea to kind of share that this can be very part-time, but it also has those career opportunities, 60,000 plus, because you never know what somebody's looking for in the crowd. So hopefully that kind of makes sense for everyone. Part of your homework that I would love everyone to do is actually write out your script for your infomercial. Write it out word for word what you would love to share, and to share this with your leader, because it really is the most powerful part of your show. The next thing that we want to talk about is the booking seats that you have at a show. And when you think about it, you want to think, why do women book shows? Some will book it to save money. Some will book to just really have that fun girls' night out. Some will book because they absolutely fall in love with that one piece that they just have to have. So you just want to sprinkle out those booking seats that will attract almost everybody at your show. Does anybody have a booking seat that they'd love to share at their shows? You feel free to unmute yourself.
Everybody's unmuted, so if anybody wants to talk.
I have something.
Sure.
Okay, awesome. And who's this?
This is Brandy.
Awesome,
Hi,
Brandy.
I have everyone pick a necklace that they like, and then I go around the room to different people. I pick a couple of them and ask them, how would you like that for $15, or how would you like that for free? And most women are like, well, I'd love to get that for free. So then I tell them about the hostess program.
Awesome, good. And you know what, too? Women love getting pieces for free, and I love that you want them to fall in love with it. So that is so great. Anybody else have a favorite booking seat that they love to use at their show?
Can I just stop for 1 second, please? If you guys want to mute your own button, then you can unmute when you want to speak. If I mute everybody, then nobody can come off unless I unmute everyone. I think that might have worked.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Anybody have one that they'd love to share? I think what's really important right now is you really want to position that June is one of the best months to have a show, and that your customers are going to love that it's reverse save, and you know, maybe perhaps have a show before everybody's going on holidays. So whatever month it is, you really want to think, how can you portray that this is the absolute best month to book a show? So June will always be the best month to book a show. July will always be the best month to book a show. August will always be the best month to have a show. Does that make sense? That you always want to position to everybody that you really want to book your shows now.
Yeah,
so you want to be very
yes,
excited. Yes. Good. And I think what's most important is throughout the show, you're kind of sprinkling all these little seeds. And we always say, you know what, you're not planting a forest. You're just sprinkling little seeds. But what's most important is that when it comes time to the order taking near the end of the show, that you really speak to every single guest one-on-one, because this is really where you're going to get your bookings. I know that Carmen has Tracy's words of wisdom, and this is something that you just really want to practice and be comfortable with. So Carmen, I'll just pretend with you for a moment.
Sure.
So Carmen, you know, at every show, I really love to offer every guest the opportunity to hold her own show and go on a shopping spree just like Cindy did tonight. Is there any reason we couldn't get together with your friends and just have a really fun girls' night out?
Well, I think we could do that.
Great. You know what, June really is fantastic with all the promotions and reverse save. Does weekday or weekend work best for you?
Weekday.
Weekday, great. Looking at my calendar, I do have next Wednesday or Thursday. Do either one of those dates work for you?
Thursday works fine.
Awesome. That's great. So what you want to do is, number one, practice that script so you just become comfortable. And once you kind of get it down pat, then you'll have the confidence to say, gosh, Carmen, you know what? I really enjoyed meeting you tonight. I just can't believe how much you love all the jewelry. Is there any reason we just couldn't get together and have your friends over and you can get so much more of what's on your wish list tonight?
No.
So there's going to be lots of different ways that you can say it, but you really have to make that one-on-one approach with absolutely everybody. And if somebody does come up and say, oh, gosh, you know what, I really don't know if I know enough friends, what they're really asking you is, do you think I know enough friends? So I know sometimes we can shy away from that, you know, if they don't say yes right away. But in most instances, they're really just asking for more information. Or if they say, oh gosh, you know what, I think my house is too small, they're really asking you, do you think my house is too small? So then you can say, gosh, you know what, we can either do a patio party or, you know, how much people can you fit in at your house? And just say, wow, that's perfect. Or some of my best shows are kind of the cozy parties or standing around the island. Or perhaps they can co-host it with a friend. So just kind of be ready to overcome and answer their questions. What you can also do is make notes on the customer order forms for future customer care calls. So if they say, oh gosh, you know what, I am going to Mexico next month, but perhaps maybe in the fall. So then what you would say is, you know what, how about let's pencil you in for the fall, and you can be one of the very first to show off the new line to your friends and family. So again, it's easier to pencil them in and then just really confirm the date once you get closer. Another choice is also to have a VIP book. And this has really, really worked well with a lot of advisors and leaders across Canada. And it's basically just getting a pretty little coil book that you may have picked up at the dollar store, make it pretty, and just say, you know, this is my VIP book. And if you would like me to stay in touch with you for any upcoming events or when there's really great specials, just write your name and contact information, and I'll be sure to include you on my VIP list. And what will happen, if you can kind of think, you know, 6 months, a year down the road, that little VIP book becomes your golden little hot book, kind of like your little black book, except it's your little golden book. So just a couple of ideas to help you really focus on those 2 bookings at every show. Okay, on to the next page. Okay, so we're going to talk about, actually, Carmen, I'll just kind of stop here. Is there anything you would like to add as far as focusing on those 2 bookings at every show?
Just honestly, if you really think and believe that's what happens if you look for it. Just put it out there. What you think about, you bring about. So just keep thinking that and keep that positive idea with you the whole time, honestly, before and after.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. That's perfect, Carmen. And I think, too, keep in mind that you really want to host this coach well to get, you know, 8 to 10 people at a show. If there's only 4 to 5, it's a lot harder to get those 2 bookings. And then even if you have 0, go for that 1. Like, just keep thinking, how can you get more bookings? So ask your hostess, you know, if there is anybody tonight that perhaps wasn't able to make it that they think might be interested in booking a show. And you can also call all the outside orders, thank them for placing an order, and letting them know about the great specials that you'd love to have a show with them. And then what you can also do is the day after, call back everybody that was at the show and just thank them for being at the show last night, and you'll touch base with them the next 2 to 3 weeks just to make sure that they receive their jewelry, they absolutely love everything, and if in the future they decide to have their own show, absolutely you would love to do one for them. Because a lot of times women will be driving home and they're thinking, oh my gosh, I should have got this, I should have got that, oh maybe I should have a party. So it's just really, really great customer service to follow up the following day. So again, just do everything in your power to become a lean, mean booking machine. And that's really going to propel your business. Okay, we're going to jump ahead. So when you think about who is your absolute #1 lead at a show, it's definitely your hostess. She loves the whole idea of home parties. She typically knows a lot of people. She loves Leah Sophia jewelry. So absolutely, you want to offer the opportunity to her. Now it all begins when you're hostess coaching. And in the hostess coaching envelope, right on the flap, which is one of the most important parts of the envelope, it says you can turn your show into a starter show. And on the envelope where it has tips for having a successful show, again it will say, consider the Leah Sophia business and turning your show into a starter show. So in the hostess package, you want to put the enjoy success, so just kind of those little seeds about the business. You may want to put in the poem, If I'm Dreaming. I think everybody has that one too, right, Carmen?
I think so. That was posted.
Okay, good. If not, that's a great one to put in there. Just, I mean, you don't want to totally inundate her with information about the business, but that's a great one. And if you want, you can even put the starter kit flyer if you choose. We talked about this at the new leader orientation, where some leaders don't put in the startup in style because they don't want her to start the business just to get the kit. You really want to just position it more as a business. So I thought that was a great tip that was shared. Okay, so at her show, you want to ask your hostess, is there anything tonight that interested you about my business? And you might even want to share, you know, with the $1,000 party, that as an advisor, you earned $300. So what you can do with every hostess is offer option A and option B. So if we turn to the next screen, Carmen, you want to offer all 4 parts of the hostess program to the hostess. So when you're closing a show and it's a $250 party, would you offer half-price items to every hostess? Yes, you would. Would you offer the bonus items to every hostess? Yes, you would. Would you offer her 20% to every hostess? Absolutely. So those are her choices, whether or not she wants to take advantage of them, but they're hers to choose. The same is the business opportunity is the 4th part of the hostess program. Every hostess has the opportunity to turn her show into a starter show. It's up to her to decide and make an informed decision. So I kind of hope that makes sense, because a lot of times, and you may have encountered this already, is a hostess, you know, 2 weeks down the road is like, gosh, you know what, I'd really love to start, but I don't want to have another party again. So this is her opportunity to turn her show into a starter show. You just have her purchase the kit first, secure her first couple of bookings, and then this becomes her starter show. Okay, on to the next page. This just kind of gives you an example of how you can do it. So the first option is, as a hostess, pretending it's a $1,000 show with 2 bookings, she would receive $400 jewelry for $15, her 4 hostess bonus items, 5 half-price items, and Carmen, if you were to go to these 2 shows, on average, you would probably spend about $100 at each, right?
Yes.
Carmen would say yes. Okay.
Yes.
And then I just want to show you what your second option is, Carmen. So when we turn the page, if this is something you would like to consider, we can turn your show into a Leah Sophia starter show. You would still get your $400 in jewelry for $15, your 4 hostess bonus items, your 5 half-price items, and Carmen, instead of going to those shows and perhaps spending $100 at each show, you would be the advisor, and on average, you would earn $200 or more at each show.
That sounds better.
Is this something you might consider?
Yes.
Awesome, great. Well, I'd love to show you more. Our starter kit is that should be $165. And you do receive $1,200 in business tools. So I'm going to just put out a little word of caution here. Instead of saying over $1,200, $1,000 in jewelry, you don't want to sell the jewelry. You want to sell this as a business. So that's where it's really great verbiage to say $1,200 in business tools. So again, it's just like offering half-price items, bonus items. You're just putting it out there if it's something she might consider. Okay, if we go on to the next page, Carmen.
Sure. Oh,
Great.
what did I do?
Okay.
I have to back up a little.
Oh, that's all right.
Back up.
Okay.
This one? Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. So again, if your hostess does decide to start, same thing, you want to secure the first 2 to 3 shows before she orders the kit. So just like you normally would when you're starting a new advisor, you would do it exactly the same. So at this point, you would, you might not go through it all that night because it could be late. She's had a couple of glasses of wine. So what you would do is maybe the next day just set up another time to go through it, or if you can that night. Just so she is making an informed decision. You're still going to do the list of who else would she like to book shows with and secure her first 2 to 3 shows. Is there anything you'd like to add on to that, Carmen, or anything that you've tried that's worked differently?
No, I've been implementing that lately, and it is working, trying to secure them ahead of time, and then, like you said, doing it a second interview, not at the night of the show. It is too much for them, and then it's another chance for you to focus.
Right, good, good. And did you know that 7 out of 10 hostesses would consider the business opportunity if they were asked? So not that 7 out of 10 would start, but 7 out of 10 would consider it. So again, if you're out there holding 6 shows in a month, there's a really great chance that maybe 1, maybe 2 of your hostesses would consider turning their show into a starter show. Okay, so what we're going to talk about is to really focus and listen at your shows. And you almost want to be listening more than you are talking. You really want to listen when you're asking people what would they do with $1,000, to listen for people that, love to travel, they love the jewelry, they love fashion. Maybe they really don't like their full-time job. They're looking for something really flexible. They're heading towards retirement and perhaps a little bit of that, career shift. There is so many people, so many age groups and situations that would just jump at the Leah Sophia opportunity. So you really need to be open to that. You want to really practice your infomercial, your recruiting fees, and info packs. I don't think we talked about info packs last time. That's actually going to be on our next call. So I'm not going to jump ahead to that one. I just want everyone to really focus on 2 bookings at every show, hostess coach well, and if you do have info packs ready, absolutely you want to hand out 2 or more info packs at every show. But we're going to talk more about that on our next call. Okay, do you want to just flip the page one more time, Carmen? Okay, we're just going to take a look at the earnings potential chart. For anybody that's just on a phone right now, you'll want to print this off. It's number 4155, I believe, or 4156. And taking a look at this, it really is all about you growing a very healthy business and holding 6 shows every month. And this is so important as you're building a business, getting ready to promote out as a leader, and then even as a new leader, you want to be able to maintain that 6 shows up every month. And again, it's really all about meeting the people. So if you look at the first row, it says holding 6 shows in a month, you would expect to earn $1,440. Now, jump to the second part where it says team building. Again, you're having 6 shows, but now you have 4 active advisors, each holding 2 shows a month. And going across, you are now going to earn $30,000 a year. Oh, thank you, Carmen. So your income has jumped from $17,000 to $30,000, still by doing 6 shows a month, but now you have 4 advisors on your team doing 2 shows a month. The next line, you're still doing 6 shows. You now have 6 advisors on your team. They're doing 2 shows a month. Your income jumps to $34,000. Next line, you're still doing 6 shows a month. You've added 2 more advisors to your team. They're each doing 2 shows a month, and your income has jumped to $38,000. So it's almost like the power of 6, that if you can continue to really focus on doing 6 shows, 6 shows, 6 shows, meeting the people, adding 2 people, 2 people, 2 people to your team, this is how your income can really grow. Thank you for highlighting, Carmen. That was awesome. Okay, there's one more screen after just to kind of wrap things up.
Did you just move your mic around a little bit?
No, I haven't touched it.
Okay, you got not fuzzy. You were fuzzy for a while, so.
Oh, okay. Is that better?
Okay now.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, there should be one more screen. Okay. A couple of inspirational stories to share with you. Tiger Woods, he was interviewed quite some time ago, and the reporter asked him, how do you do so well? And what Tiger Woods said is he envisioned what the perfect game would look like. So what he does is he has his caddy keep track of his score. So say, I'll just say he's playing at Augusta, and he will keep track of his absolute best score that he ever did on hole number 1. Then if he played 50 games, he's going to know what his absolute best score was on hole number 2, hole number 3, hole number 4. So over the course of these 50 games that he's played, Tiger Woods knows what his absolute best and perfect game would look like. And somebody would say to him, well, you know, that's impossible. And he said, you know what? I've done it. I've just never done it all in one game. But he knows he can do it. So you want to think the same too. What does your perfect party look like? So think back and think, what was your absolute best party that had the most number of people there? So that might be 10, 12, 15. Think of another show where you had the absolute most fun and you got the most bookings. Maybe it was free. Maybe you had another show that there was $300 or $400 in outside orders. Maybe there was another show that there was 2 really good potential leads at a show, or maybe the hostess chose to join. So when you compile all that together, that's what's going to create your perfect party of what you can strive to have the absolute best party every time. So hopefully that can help you as you're out doing all your future shows. Wayne Gretzky, another great analogy for our sports fanatics. Wayne Gretzky was asked, why are you so successful? And he said, well, it's not that, you know, he makes the most goals, but he shoots the most. Wayne Gretzky always had the most shots on goal. So same thing, that the more shows that you have, the more people that you meet, that's where you're going to find all the people to share the business with. Next, you want to think of Carmen, myself. We can be your booking fairies. That think of what that magic number is. What's the magic, the best number of shows that you could hold every month, And Carmen and I are here to cast that magic wand to say that, yes, you know what, that is possible. You just need to know what's that magic number. What does your best month look like? And this one, actually one of my absolute favorites. Some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? So again, it's all about persistence, determination, just going out and holding the next party and meeting the next person. So final challenge for next call is to make sure you've got 6 shows up in the next 4 weeks. Because right now it's all about meeting enough people, offering the opportunity to every hostess, and we're really going to start honing in on recruiting and handing out those information packages. So the show will always be number 1 right now. Practice your booking seeds, your recruiting seeds. There's some great online web classes that you can watch as well. I would encourage everyone to watch Bookings with Confidence. It's one that Tracy Stewart did all about hostess coaching and bookings, offering it to each and every person. So if you feel you need more practice on that, watch that one. That's a great one. And I think that's a lot to work on. Carmen, is there anything you would like to add?
No, I think I agree with you. That is lots for the next week.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's really the start to get a really strong, healthy business going for everybody. And I know a lot of you on this call are going to conference, so we're just so thrilled to have you. A reminder that if you promote out to unit leader by the end of June, that you will be invited to attend the Leader Day as well as the Leader Luau. So if you are getting close to reaching that 15,000 in team sales, your 3 recruits, go for that final push to do it because it will be so worth it. Make sure you take a look at your facets. For the month of June, there's lots and lots of great rewards, perfect time for a new advisor to start. So again, when you hold your 2 qualified shows in the first 2 weeks of fiscal June, you are going to receive the exclusive Aurora bracelet, and that's just for the first 2 weeks. Then for every qualified show that you do, you're going to get a $30 jewelry premium, and that's for shows number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's going to be $120 just in time for the new line, and then it's going to double. So as soon as you do your 5th show, you're going to get $60. So that brings you up to $180. Do a 6th show, that's going to bring you up to $240 in jewelry premiums. So sky's the limit. It's as many shows as you can possibly have this month. You've got the last chance to promote. You've got reverse customer save. You've got great hostess incentives as well. So everything that you need to have a strong month. And for those that, if you have starter shows booked already for the month of June, when your new advisor holds a starter show, and it's $700, I believe.
Yeah.
I think it's $700.
Yes, it is.
She will get a half a case of new catalogs when they come out, and you're also going to get a half a case. So really a win-win for absolutely everybody. I just thought of something, Carmen. I know this is kind of just general across Canada, but when you do have a hostess that turns her show into a starter show, the advisor, she's the one that submits the show, so she's still the one earning all the commission, and everybody, the new recruit and yourself, are still getting each recognition sales, so that's counting towards the trip as well. So it just really is such a win-win for everybody. Like, you're not losing out at all, which I just love.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, that concludes our call until next Monday, so lots of work to do. Carmen, any last words?
No, I've got none. I just wanted to share that everybody was texting away. They all love Leah Sophia. They're so excited that June's the best month ever. Cindy wrote that. There's just so many positive comments on here. They're so excited for June, and I think that they're all going to have their 6 up, if not more, with the reverse plan. So it's been pretty positive. People are typing away. It's great.
Good, good. Okay, so I'm going to be a little tough right now, too, that we really want to set everybody up on this call to succeed. So if you do not have a minimum of 6 shows, that's the admission ticket to get on to the next call.
Okay.
So really work close with your leaders. We know the bookings are there. And again, we just really want to set you up to be successful as a leader. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay, well, have a great week, everybody. And just looking forward to hearing everybody's success for next week.
Thank you so much, Denise. I think everybody really appreciated it. Thank you.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.